Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I missed you guys. I have been just MIA so much lately, and you guys, I can't explain how hard it is to keep slinging these videos out just because I work a full-time job and I wish I could do this full-time, but I can't. So without further ado, I'm just back, you know what I mean? So it feels good to be back. And this is going to be a different video because one, it's going to be a first impression. This is basically going to be my second review video, and you'll see also that it's going to be a talk through video as well, which it's my first time doing a talk through with you guys. So you guys can kind of give me your opinions if you guys like this talk through thing that's going on, or if you guys are just like, you know what, I'll not just keep doing back what you were doing before. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be talking about the Anastasia Amrezy palette. I had this and I bought this when it first came out because I was afraid it was going to sell out, and you will kind of see throughout the video my first impression with this whole eyeshadow palette, just because it is the first time me using it. I swatched it when I first got it in the mail because obviously I had to. I was super impatient and excited and waiting for this palette to come in. And then I was actually able to play with it throughout the video. So I will do a little run through really quick. This is the shades of the palette, and this is what it looks like. It has your neutral shades here, so you have your highlighting shades, you got your transitioning shades here, some iridescent beautiful neutral shades here, and then you have your vibrancy shades here, which add some color to the palette, and then your deeper tones here as well. So overall, it has a very great color scheme in the palette. I'm talking like this. It has a great color scheme in the palette, and I think that she was very smart the way that she actually made this palette. I personally love it, but like I said, you will see my thoughts throughout this video, and we'll go ahead and just get started in this video. But this is the final look of the Amrezy palette, and throughout this video you're actually going to be seeing me use a lot of different products for the first time, so you'll kind of get my first impression with them as well. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys have any comments or questions, please comment down below. Thumbs up this thumbs up this video if you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any information that you want to know, I usually write everything down in the description box, so check that out. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started right now. Bye. Bye. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to use is just MAC's Painterly paint pots, and I'm just going to use this really fluffy brush I actually got from Amazon. If you guys have seen my videos from a while ago, I actually got this brush set for, I think it was about $20–25 or so, and it works pretty amazing. So I actually love this brush for applying on any cream products or setting underneath my eyes. So we're just going to get some of the Painterly. And pretty much what this is going to do is it's a base for your eyeshadow, so it's going to give a lot of pop to your eyeshadow, and it's also going to give it a lot of longevity, so you're going to have pretty much a good wear with your eyeshadow. It's going to prevent from creasing and fading throughout the day. So we're just going to go ahead and pop this all over our eyelid up to our brow bone. Alright, and then we're going to use the is it Amrezy palette. That is what the palette looks like, and I think I'm going to stick with the pretty neutral. I'm probably going to stick with pretty neutral colors here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Sigma E40 blending brush, and I'm going to pick up the color here called Vanilla, and I'm going to use this underneath my brow bone. And since this color is pretty intense, it's very vibrant for a highlighting color, I'm using a fluffy brush just because it has a slight frost to it, and that's the only thing I would say from this palette that, you know, that I feel like it's missing is a good matte highlighting shade. But so far the colors here are beautiful. So I'm going to pop that underneath my brow. With the same brush, I'm going to go ahead and dip into Caramel, which is this color right here. And we'll see how I like that because it's the first time I'm using this palette, so we'll see how I like it. I'm going to go ahead and just dust off some of the excess because I don't want to over apply this transitioning color. And I'm going to pop this right onto my crease. So, oh, it's pretty. It kind of reminds me of Saddle from MAC. I'm sticking this pretty much right, not into the socket of my eye, but right above it. And just fading it into the vanilla tone. And I'm just moving my brush back and forth. And I'm rotating my brush. This pretty much helps diffuse the product onto your eyes, so you get more of that airy effect. It's more diffused. So that is the color right there. Yeah, this is actually really pretty. This is nice because I don't have to use like a really soft brown shade and then having to use something a little bit more deeper. So she was really smart picking a color like this because it's just a good go-to transitioning shade. So that is that. Going on into the next thing, I'm actually going to probably use a MAC. Does this have a lot of color in it? A MAC 224 blending brush. The difference between these two, the Sigma, is that obviously it's a lot more fluffier, which I love just because it's less work blending out for a transitioning shade. And the 224 is amazing as well, but as you can see, the bristles are a little bit more tighter, so I actually like to use this to carve out anything in my crease. So the next color I'm going to pick up is Morocco, just because I really want to test this color out, and it's the middle shade right here. So we're going to pop the Morocco onto the socket of my eye here. And this is like it's like a really pretty burnt orangey brown. And I'm sticking this right into the fold of my crease. So this brush is pretty much just laying right here. It's just carving out a little bit more of that color, and it blends perfectly, honestly, with the caramel tone, which is really nice. I personally really love brown tones that have like a reddish undertone into them, just because I feel like it gives a lot of pop to your shadow. Instead of using like those charcoaly colors or really warm tones, I just feel like this gives more vibrancy to your shadows. It kind of is like a beautiful pick-me-up, and it really suits a lot of eye color tones as far as like green eyes or brown eyes or whatever. But yeah, so we just pop that. That's really pretty. Ooh, I like a lot. And then the next shade I'm going to use is the Deep Plum, which is this color right here. So it looks like a plummy brown. And I'm actually going to go ahead and pick up the brush from the palette. So it has like a little dome brush and then a flat brush here. But just because I'm going to carve this out a little bit, so there's that again. What I'm going to do with this is actually just pop it right into the corner of my eyes. Instead of moving the brush back and forth, this is pretty much just going to go ahead and create a lot more pigment payoff onto your eyes, because I really want to intensify. And just use it a quarter way through, just like that. And I'm gonna blend this out, so you're like, girl, I don't look blended. Girl, I'm gonna blend this out, girl. It seems like, I don't know, it doesn't look too plummy on me, but everybody's different, so maybe that's just the way that my eye's picking up the color. I don't know if you guys can see on camera if it looks more plummy on camera than to me in person, but to me it looks more of like just a really darkish brown with like a slight tint of plum, but not plum. And with just no product on this brush, I am going to blend this through right into the Morocco shade. And blend that right out. I'm just fading this into the eyeshadow. And I'm probably going to blend this going halfway through my crease. Okay, so that's what that looks like. This is like a very signature very signature Elba-ish look. Oh, that's actually really pretty. So the next tone I'm going to use is this color right here. It's called Glisten. And I'm just going to use this with the flat part of the brush that comes into the eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to pop this all over my lid. And this is really pretty because you can actually use this eyeshadow wet. So I know if you use this eyeshadow wet, it's going to be extremely intense, which the color is so beautiful. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. You might even be able to, I'm going to try with my finger just on the other side of my eye just to see how that applies, because this might even apply. Oh my god, you guys, look at that. Really pretty with your finger too. It's a very, like a pearly tannish color. Very beautiful for everyday wear, unless you're not into shimmery tones. But that looks so gorgeous, you guys. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera beautifully, but oh, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so we pop that right there. I'm gonna use a black in here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use a MAC 242 shader brush, just a flat brush. It's really, really flat. And I'm gonna use this color called LBD, which is this corner shade right here. And I'm gonna use that as eyeliner. You know, it looks like you can probably wet this shade as well. This is not going to be perfect. I'm literally just kind of shading this color all the way through. Because I don't want to make it perfect. Yeah! See, you guys? We make mistakes too. So I'm just going to shade that out because I went a little bit too thick with this, which is fine. It's whatever. And I'm noticing that the black, actually, which most blacks do, it has some fallout to it. So you're definitely going to want to pat this color as opposed to swaying this all the way through. So that's the black on my eyes. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just doing it for the sake of the video. As you can see, I do have some fallout underneath my eyes. So I'm going to use my NYX HD concealer in number 2, which is going to be extremely vibrant. So I know you guys are probably going to think something, but we know we like to highlight. We like to highlight a lot. So I'm going to use this underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to use a beauty blender, which I haven't used in forever, and I don't know why, but we're going to go ahead and just highlight underneath. And right underneath my lower lash line, I'm going to use the color, should we do color, y'all? You like how I'm talking a little country? I'm going to use a color called Caramel once again on this palette. This is the first color we use as a transitioning shade, and I'm just going to use a flat part of the brush once again. And I'm going to dust this underneath my lash line. This is just something that I personally do. I like it. I feel like it wakes up the eyes a little bit more and it adds more depth to your eyeshadow. So we're gonna dust this little baby all the way through underneath our eyes. Just like that. For eyeliner, we already put some eyeliner, girl. I'm going to use this Makeup Forever Sculpting powder kit, and this is in the number 2, and I'm going to use this color right here. And right underneath, I'm going to go ahead and set that powder with the same brush that I used to apply on the Painterly paint pot. So I'm just going to pick some of that up and set underneath the eyes, because we have that brown under all the way through. I got creasing underneath my eyes major. So mascara, I am going to use the Telescopic Carbon Black. I think this is a ×2, so this is what it looks like. and this is the actual wand for it. And I haven't done a review on this mascara, and it is the Miss Manga mascara. I will just tell you straight up right now, I personally don't love this mascara. It definitely will volumize your lashes, but this is what the brush looks like right here, which I actually like the brush, but it's very flimsy, which I don't like. I think that the brush will probably break easily that way, and it doesn't add length to my lashes personally, but this little baby right here, whoo, let me just quit talking and just show you. I'm going to add a few coats of this probably, and I like to add a layer of mascara backwards pretty much on top of my lashes first, and then I like to go underneath and then start applying mascara normal. Alright, so I just added some mascara to both of my eyes, and I was looking at the colors, and I see actually now applying on the colors that they really mesh in together, so it actually blends in very nicely together. All the colors are starting to kind of just, there's not a lot of separate. I don't know if I can explain it, but if you look here, this blended very nicely into the plum color. And for the sake of this video again, I didn't use any of the colors down here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it up and use the color Legend, which is the first corner color, and pop that underneath my brow bone. And then I'll go ahead and use the purple right into my inner tear duct, just to see how it's going to look like, you know, just how the colors are going to pop. So I'm going to use the Legend first and pop that right underneath my brow bone just to add some highlight. And I'm using the flat brush from the palette. So that is that there. And then with this part of the brush, I'm going to use the purple called Iridescent Purple, which is this one right here, and pop that right into my inner tear duct. It's very powdery, so you might want to definitely make sure you remove some of the excess onto your brush, or even possibly wet this, because I could tell wet this looks beautiful, but when you're applying it, it does have some fallout for sure. And with this part of the brush, I'm going to blend that through and lighten that up just a little. And then just to kick it up a notch too, I'll go ahead and use the color here called Emerald. And with this part of the brush from the palette, I'm going to pop that underneath my lash line just to kind of see how that looks too. The shimmery shades in this palette looks like you can actually wet them to intensify the color. And I'm noticing that the ones that are really shimmery actually have some fallout to the palette. So, ooh. I just popped that literally right on top of the caramel color. So I don't know if my eyes look kind of crazy, but we're gonna clean up a little bit. And this brush is the MAC 130 brush. Pretty much didn't use one color, which is a topaz right here. So let me swatch that for you guys. That's really pretty. It's like a very beautiful gold. Actually, that's extremely gorgeous. I don't know why I didn't use this color. But I've used every color in the palette besides the color Topaz. And this is a very beautiful gold shade. So this would be very pretty smoky, or even by itself, like extremely neat. And then moving on to the face, I'm going to use, I got this actually in my Ipsy bag, and it is the bronzer from Pop. This is called Secret Sunshine. I absolutely love this bronzer. I think it's actually going to be probably my favorite for the summer. So this is what it looks like. It has an iridescent, like very beautiful sheen to it. However, when you're applying it onto your skin, it's not really shimmery. It just gives you a nice balanced glow onto your skin. And the brush I'm going to use to apply that, I'm going to use the MAC 168 brush. So it's just an angled brush like this. I don't know what that is on there, but like that. And pop that right on my cheekbone. We're just going to be a nice frosty day. So I don't know if you guys can see on camera how shimmery that is, and it has a very beautiful like gold sheen to it. Like it's very bronzy, but it has like this gold luminosity to it. It's just so gorgeous. I personally am not doing a review on my Ipsy bag this month just because for my view count it doesn't look like you guys care about that review, and two, I really didn't care for this month's bag, so and it took forever to get here for some odd reason. So, but this is one of my favorite products from the Ipsy bag, and the brand is called Pop. And I'm sorry for the background, you guys. It's daytime and they're playing basketball. And the lipstick I'm going to use for this video is actually going to be a very nude shade just because we have a lot going on with the eyes. And this is a lime creme lipstick and it's called Coquette. This is a very beautiful nude tone. I can tell you this right now. When I swatched this, I was like, oh, this is going to give me some life. Pop this on my lips. If you guys don't have this color, get it. I actually got mine from Amazon, so I'll leave the link down below because a lot of the websites actually have them sold out. And then the next color I'm going to use is the Color Your Smile from Gerard Cosmetics. And this is in the color called Coral Craze. Lip glosses, you guys, are not sticky. They're actually very creamy and they're extremely pigmented, so you can wear it by itself. Gonna add some powder to finish off this look, and this is the NYX Stay Matte Not Flat HD powder, and this is in the number 7. I typically use 8 or 9 for the liquid foundation, but in the powder I'm just gonna use a 7 because that's the darkest shade that they had in the store, and it actually sits fine on my skin. So we're gonna go ahead and blend everything together. I really love this powder, you guys, by the way. And then to finish the look, I'm going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray just because I want to, I don't want to talk all that spraying, but I want to add a lot of longevity to my makeup, and this stuff really works, you guys. I've raved about this before in my videos, and it definitely gives a lot of longevity to your makeup. And then I'm also going to use the Mario Badesco, I don't know how to say the name, but Mario Badesco spray. I actually heard from the spray in a lot of YouTube tutorials because I don't want a really like matte finish. I want kind of that nice dewy, very skin-like finish on my skin. This spray actually contains rose water, and it has aloe, herb, and rose water in the spray. I personally am not a fan of the smell of this. I think it smells like old lady, but some people love the rose water scent to it. So the spray actually I really sorry. The spray I actually really like, and it's $7, which is great. So it's not an actual setting spray where it's going to give you longevity. What it's going to basically do is just set your makeup nicely so you have more of a skin-like finish instead of it being really cakey. But I love it. I just don't care for the smell. So I guess I'm giving you guys a bunch of reviews in one today. So yeah, a lot of the products that I also use on this video were the first time using it, as far as like the blush, the lip products. I've actually were able to play with it yesterday. This is the first time using the Amrezy Palette, and the mascaras is just probably between the week and a half of me using it. For my face, I actually just use the Revlon Color Stay Foundation, which I love. It is a 12-hour wear, however, I'm being very careful just because this month, I've been getting extremely bad breakout that I've never ever had breakouts like this before, and I usually get them hormonally, but they're really bad this month. So I'm kind of concerned as far as if that's what's breaking me out. I'm not too sure, and I'm just trying to really take care of my skin. So yeah, that's pretty much just going to be the finished look. So yeah, this is the finished look of this face of mine. I hope you guys really liked it. Like I said, if you guys do like talk throughs, please let me know. Thumbs up this video and comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you guys don't really like the talk throughs, then let me know and I can kind of figure out what I need to do for the future to entertain y'all. So yeah, if I've been having different accents, don't mind it. I'm just, you know, trying to, I don't know what I'm, actually I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah. So yeah, let me quit jabbering as I usually do. I just love talking to you guys. But I will see you guys in my next video, whatever that may be. So if you guys like to see anything specific, y'all know what to do. Comment down below. I love you guys and I will see you soon. Mwah.